Hello my lovely Pisces, welcome to your February 2020 Psychic Zodiac Wheel reading. Whoops. There's a lot of planetary movements coming into Pisces this month. We've got the Sun coming into Pisces on the 20th. Mercury is in Pisces through the first couple of weeks of February. The new moon is in Pisces on the 23rd. So the 23rd of February is a good time for doing any ceremonial rituals or esoteric work or anything that is to do with using your psyche, intuition, mysticism. That sort of energy is around on around the 23rd with the new moon. Okay, so trusting your intuition and your gut instinct, as some people call it. Mental telepathy can even be a strong one coming through here in February, because all those planets will eventually conjunct Neptune, that is in Pisces as well. Okay, so I'd just like to invite my Great Spirit, angels and my guides to join me in this reading for Pisces, and thank you for any messages that come through in this reading for Pisces' highest good and for the good of all concerned. Oh, thank you. Okay. Aha. Well, your ship's coming in here. Wish being fulfilled also. You're wishing on a shooting star. And you've also got the moon. So around the time of the waning moon. Well, for the southern hemisphere, that's how the waning moon looks anyway. So, I think it's the other way around for the northern hemisphere. I think you see the other side of the moon in the northern hemisphere, and we see a different side of the moon from memory when I was up there. Yeah, so this is a wish being fulfilled, and it's keeping your eyes on the horizon and not getting too lost in all the details. You do have to take notice of the details, but I'm hearing my guides are saying, don't let something distract you. There must be something around for one of you Pisces out there that gets distracted easily and gets blown off course because of that distraction. And this is saying, keep your eyes on the prize and don't get distracted. Don't get caught up in too much sentiment, I feel. Which I know is difficult for Pisces because they're such a softie, and it's easy for them to get sort of sucked into something. So, and you know, the Piscean gives a hand, but when they give a hand to help somebody out, they're very often dragged in, arm and all, and they end up being the one that does everything, and no one ends up helping them do it. So just keep aware of that, Pisces, through through February. Your resolve is strong because you've got strength here in the your values area, so you're not going to deny your own values. You're not going to, you know, sell your soul for something. You're going to stay strong in your own self-worth, and this is about courage, the Strength card. It's also about health and fitness is the Strength energy. Okay, so I do feel that you're going to be looking after yourself, and you know, that may require a change in your diet, but you're strong enough here, what they're showing me, to change that. And here again, so many this month with the readings I've done have had the High Priestess in either the second or third house. So I do feel that intuitive knowing, the ability for mental telepathy, deeper sacred knowledge, astrology, psychic mysticism, all of that is going to be very profoundly felt, especially by you Pisceans, by the looks of it. Which, as I said, with Mercury, Neptune and Venus and the Sun all going to be in the vicinity of Neptune in Pisces, it will lift a lot of the vibrational energy connected with psychic experiences, trusting your sixth sense, and communicating that way, communicating from a metaphorical, mystical space, and not necessarily feeling reluctant to do it. You're not sort of fearing the ridicule. There may be times when you hold back from communicating to others that way, but for the most part you're very perceptive. Okay, now on the 5th of February Mercury goes into Pisces, so there may be that desire to retreat as well, or maybe not be in that much contact with people. You may want to hold back, but you're in a good position to make your thoughts manifest here with Pisces being, Mercury being in Pisces. Now on the 17th it's going to go retrograde, so Mercury is going to go retrograde on the 17th of February, so that's also a good time. If you want to retreat, it's okay. You might want to take a little bit more time out for your private life. So and there's strong support for that, so I think you will be able to. And it's not necessarily just taking maybe some time off work, it's just pulling back from being so much demanded of you, or getting away from a situation where a lot's demanded of you, and that's showing up here in the 8 of Cups. Walking away from a situation and, you know, going on a bit of a journey on your own, or it could even be an inner journey on your own, but you're not losing anything out of it. Your cups are still full, but, and it's not that you don't want what you've got, you just want to basically assess where to from here. And this is to do with your home, hometown, country of origin, as well as your family roots. So, and where you came from. And what it's all taken to get you to here. So some of you could be looking for a new home. Now here you've got the Eight of Swords. So that's showing that you could be feeling a little bit under the weather, or feeling a bit drained, or having to be of service and look after others, which doesn't really fit in with that funhouse energy. So there may not be a situation at the moment through February where you're going to be able to just, you know, be entertained and be in the place where you find your joy, but you're really fighting and trying to sustain that and get to that point. I mean, you do want to, you know, have fun, be entertained and find your joy, Pisces. So I'll just ask here with the Divine Oracle cards, what is the remedy for opening up some of your fun in your life? Proud. Be proud of who you are, where you've been and where you're going. Okay. So be proud of what you've been able to do with helping others. Careful you don't get, you know, make sure you cover all your bases. If you're in an athletics situation where you're playing sport and that, the Eight of Swords can indicate some sort of injury or sickness. And if you are feeling a bit under colour, you know, don't push yourself with the sport side of things, alright? Because you need to take care of yourself, and it's not a weakness. I feel that's what this be proud of yourself message is. It's not a weakness to actually say, you know what, I'm not going to push myself that extra mile at the moment, I'm going to take care of me. And you can still find some of the things that you may get joy out of. It is an area where you can be looking after children, for example. It is the house of children for those of you that have children. Or you may find the joy in your child actually helping you. Now, here is the message with the Wands, the Princess of Wands. Message to do with your working life, co-workers, and message to do with health and well-being, mind, body and soul work. So I feel with the Wands, the message is about growth, and it also could be about some sort of conference or meeting that you've got to go to. Now here in the area of partnerships, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. So there could be a new business partnership being opened up. The female energy is strong with the Queen of Pentacles. Earth sign energy also very significant. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. And we have celebrations here with the Three of Cups. Invitations as well. And celebration to do with other people's resources and loans, banks, government, and it's the birth and rebirth area as well. So it can also be about inheritances and emotional values, finances and resources, beginnings and endings, and this is a gathering and getting together and celebrating. And it could be news of a baby being born as well, because Three of Cups speaks to me about birth of a child and being in that area, but of birth and death. But it could also be invitations to a wedding or you know, that kind of thing. Wheel of Fortune here in the 9th house is wonderful. Good fortune being shining here for you. So you have got something on your side, even though you're feeling the pain of having to give up some of your precious free time. You've got the Wheel of Fortune turning in your direction. There's a fated quality around you here in February. And I feel that you're going to intuitively know when these synchronistic kind of events take place, you're going to know that this is what's meant to be for you, you know what I mean? And it's turning in the right direction, because you've got victory, success and recognition there with the 6 of Wands. So you're being recognised for what you've done. And this is the zenith of the wheel, the career area here in the 10th house of the zodiac wheel. So it's definitely turning in your favour. And it's going to pull you out of feeling this restrictions and being held back, and whether it's because you've got to look after somebody else, or one of your children's sick, or you're not well and they're looking after you. There's something that is physically holding things up. And here you've got the King of Cups in your area of social groups, friendships, hopes and wishes, the manifesting house. So you've got that Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, water energy very strong around you too, Pisces. This could be coming through a male figure in your life who is very deep and emotionally able to tune in to you, and you sometimes need that. You need that deep emotional man to be able to connect with, whether they're a friend or a partner. At this stage through February, they're showing up to be a friend. They're in the friend situation. So even your partner can sometimes just be your friend, and it's very handy when they do be just a friend, and treat you like that you're someone that they care about. And I just feel that, yeah, that's coming through here for you in February, and you really do need it. It's going to lift your spirits, because this is the only negative card, if it can be called a negative. It's the only one that is here. So 1 out of 12. And it just seems to me you're letting yourself get bogged into that. Like, woe is me, and things are always so hard and tough, and you're not looking to see all these other things in your life are really good, and you need to give thanks for them. Okay? Because here in February, it's a really good time to recognise that sort of thing. I mean, you've got Venus going into Aries on the 8th, and that also brings about some of that spontaneity and synchronicity, and being able to express your love for others. It's not all about other people loving you. It's about you being able to express through the energy of love. You know, the Venus in Aries also is a time when you may find that you can really put your best foot forward, and that you are really liked by people, even to a point where you're having a good hair day. And don't we love that? Well, girls love that anyway, when your hair just does what you want it to do. It's that kind of thing. Everything's sort of falling into place easily. So don't get too caught up in the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is opening up to be very positive here for you, Pisces. And that's not to say that you haven't been through a lot to get there. Okay. Now the other thing with February the 17th, Mars enters Capricorn, which is up here in that 10th house where you're getting your recognition. Okay, so there is a leadership quality involved with that Mars going into Capricorn, and using your organisation and social protocols. Okay, Mars in Capricorn. Yeah, and the 10th house is the drive to accomplish. The Mars in the 10th house area, it wants to connect to positions of authority and how those positions can enhance your personal position. Now Mars will be trining Uranus, so that's a lot of creative enthusiasm there as well, and lots of projects to keep you busy. And with that Uranus being trined by Mars, because it's being trined in your 3rd house from your 10th, 11th house, from this area, so it can manifest your wishes. So be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you've been focusing on. If you've been focusing on all the worry and the negative situations and challenges that you've had to get through, instead of being proud of being able to get through them, you could sabotage yourself, okay, and create more of that negative stuff. So you really need to use this energy here around the 17th of February to enhance your abilities to be intuitively in tune and be in tune with your planet as well, because you could get wonderful new ideas at this time, showing you new directions that are opening up, and receive incredible insights into new ways and new directions. All right, and that is also on a planetary level. It enhances our ability to receive intuitively from the planetary mind. Mars trine Uranus. So doing your earthing and your grounding work will be very beneficial. And I do feel that this King of Cups will be involved in that and helping you Pisceans to be able to get in tune like that. And 10 is up, basically. It's the Mars Uranus energies and spontaneity and things sudden out of the blue, expect the unexpected, but I feel in a delightful way. I'm not feeling a doom and gloom with that. Now here in the 12th house of your subconscious, you've got the 8 of Wands. Now that is also power packed, full of energy. That Wands energy is fire sign energy as well, and there's messages. You've got the falcon here coming back to its owner with the message tied around its paw, or is it a paw? Yeah, anyway, tied around its leg, and claw, and yeah, so messages from faraway places. So you are waiting to hear some news. It's also travel by air, so there's something that you're thinking about, Pisceans, that might get you on a plane and going on a trip, though I'm not necessarily seeing that it's out of your country. It's still far enough away for you to want to fly and get there quick and get there home. But a lot of passion and activity is brewing up for you there, Pisceans, which is understandable because you've still got Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn influencing that 11th house and 12th house areas over the next month or so, as it comes forward and moves into Aquarius, that takes you into probably March, April. Around about that time, Saturn will be moving out of Capricorn and moving into Aquarius. Okay, so now the full moon is in Leo in the 6th house. So that is on the 9th of February, so it'll give you the culmination of what you are experiencing, and it'll be shining a light on work and health areas of your life, as well as ceremonial rituals and a little bit of magic happening there in that 6th house. And on the 23rd of February, you have the new moon in Pisces. And this is where the veil between heaven and earth are the closest. And the 22nd is a master number, 22. It's also a material master number, and it's a day where heaven and earth meet on the 22nd. And on the 23rd, with the new moon in Pisces, it's where the veil is the thinnest. So 22nd, 23rd. Also a good time to rest around the 22nd. And keep your limits constructive. Keep what you're limiting yourself to constructive. Now you can express your ideals, because the 22 is a very vibration number, which contributes to the greater good and the higher mission of fulfilling the universal's utilitarianism. Okay, so February being the number 2 month, number 2 is also a master number. So that encourages random acts of kindness, being the peacemaker, asking for your share of the work, and being grateful for having your share of the work. And it's a good day to be a good listener on the 2nd and in the 2nd month. So a 2-day is a good day to listen, not just get your opinions across, okay? And if you need to, hold your tongue. Alright, sometimes you might just have to hold your tongue, have to use your strength to do it, but you shall get there, Pisces. It is looking good. You're nearly there. There's already some things that you've accomplished that I feel probably last month you couldn't see how this was ever going to turn out. So I just asked for a confirmation card here for the reading for February from our animal cards. What animal medicine do you have for Pisces? This is the one that turned over, thank you. And it's the Dreamer. Shepherd Puppy. You are starting a new adventure. Run free and take a leap of faith. Oh, wonderful. Take a leap of faith, Pisces. Thank you so much, Pisces, for joining me. Much love to you all. And please do give the thumbs up if this has resonated with you. And if you would like a more personal reading, so you can get a bit deeper into what's ahead for you, Pisces, I've left my details there in the description box, okay? So until next time, Thank you so much. Much love and many blessings to you all. Namaste.
Are we going to go for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk, Kobe? Come on. Yeah?